Okay, good night, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Davin. Welcome back here for this topic. I want to talk about language and the brain, how they are connected, how they both connected each other. Okay, for the explanation, uh, how language functions inside our minds, what happens in our brain when we use the language. It is complex and amazing process, and of course it is really complex. How does our brain process the language? Using language, it is involves many different parts of our brains working together. It's like a symphony orchestra with each section playing its role to create the harmonious sound. Like for example, our brain is connected together or work together to create a language or a word or even a word. They are should work together. There are a few key areas that particularly important for language. For the first one, there are broadcast area. They are located in the left of a frontal lobe. This area is mainly responsible for producing language. It help us to turn our thoughts into words and speak grammatically. For example, if someone has damage to their broadcast area, or called broadcast aphasia, they might have trouble speaking fluently, atau kita sebut sebagai orang yang gagap gitu. Mereka terkena dampak atau kerusakan di broadcast areanya. And then they know what they want to say, but they struggle or hard to form the words correctly. They might speak slowly and with difficulty, atau juga bisa kayak tergesa-gesa ngomongnya atau gagap begitu. And then for the second, there is Wernicke's area. This area is mainly responsible for our understanding the language, how us to understand the language. It helps us to make sense of the word we hear or even we read. For example, if someone has damage to their Wernicke's area, they might have the trouble to understanding what other people are saying. They may also produce speech that sound fluent but doesn't make sense. They are how they are understanding. Like for example, itu tuh seperti orang yang cacat pada pikirannya dan susah mengerti apa yang orang lain katakan, begitu. For example, the word or the sentences often called word salad or word salad. And then for the next point, here is the how language is stored in our mind or our brains. Our brains store words and their meanings in a vast network of connection. It's like a giant dictionary inside our heads in our brain. But instead of us just listing definition, it connects words to our experience, emotion, and other knowledge. Researcher indicates that language memory is connected to what is called episodic memory, meaning our life experience influence how we use the language. For the next is language acquisition, and then it's about how children learn a language. One of the most amazing things that about language is how easily children learn the language itself. They're like little language sponge. They listen to the people around them, pick up on the patterns, and gradually build their own vocabulary and the grammar skills. They're like sponge tuh yang menyerap semua bahasa dengan sangat-sangat gampang. For example here, A baby might start by babbling simple sounds like mama and dada atau di Indonesia seperti ibu atau ayah, and then they start to learn individual words, and eventually they start to put the words together to form a simple sentences. This process incredibly rapid and efficient. Studies studies to the word like what they're hearing or what the parents said, that so the children how can learn a new language very quickly, and this is true, especially if they are exposed them early in life. And then two-way language and thought. It is important to remember that language and thought aren't separate things. They deeply intertwined. Language help us to organize our what is called our thoughts and shape the way how we use the language. It's a constant feedback loop. For example, when we think about something, that we often use language to formulate those thoughts, and this can influence how we understand the concept. In conclusion, I think that learning about how the brain processes and language is like peering into inner workings of the human mind. It's amazing to think about all the complex process that are happening behind the scenes every time we speak. Listen. There are 3 points that I get from this. Listen, read, or write. It makes me appropriate and incredible power. It's have appropriate and incredible power to complexity the human brain. That 3 points: listen, read, or write. That needed the brain to works by produce the language. If we have brain, if we have language, then we have brain. We can communicate to each other. So we can separate the brain and the language. They are satu kesatuan yang tidak bisa dipisahkan. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you for your attention. Sorry for my mistake. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.